fifth graders. My name is Miss King, and I am the sixth grade guidance counselor at Apopka Middle School, and I will be the one to help you through the transition to middle school. Very excited every year. I enjoy getting to meet our fifth graders and helping you through this process. Today, we are going to talk about your schedule. We're going to talk about electives. This is the first stage of the transition where we find out which courses we need, how many sections we need, how many teachers, based on what our fifth graders want. So it's very important that you look at this video and that you read the material that's going to be sent to you. I like to call it my parent packet, but it's also for the students. Because in this packet, you will have everything you need for middle school to answer all of those questions buzzing around in your head. And I have my contact information in there. If after you read through that information and watch this video, if you or your parents have questions, please have your parent email me and I'll be glad to get back with you. I am a product of Apopka schools. I went to Dream Lake Elementary, Apopka Junior High, and Apopka High School. So I'm back at the school where I went to school. That's something that makes me smile many times throughout my school year when I think about that. And I go to the auditorium and remember how nervous I was that first day in junior high. So I know you're nervous, but that's what we're here for. We have adults that are on the campus between class change. We all have walkie-talkies. Here's mine, where we can communicate with one another. So we're all out there looking out for you, and we're watching. The teachers are outside their doors. So anytime you have an issue, go to the nearest adult, ask them for help. Again, that's what we're here for. So let's talk about electives because I know you want to see what can I take at school that's going to be fun. The first part of your schedule, you get 7 periods. Did you hear me? 7 teachers. I know that you probably only have maybe 1 or 2 teachers and you're thinking 7 teachers. Oh, wow. But each of those teachers is going to give you information on what you're going to learn throughout the year. They're going to tell you what to expect. And most of them, they expect the same thing. They want you to pay attention in class, follow the code of conduct, follow the rules, be kind to each other, be respectful to each other and yourself, and do your work, right? And that's pretty much what you're doing at your school now. So your schedule will have 7 periods, as we call them. They are about 40 minutes in length. You have 4 minutes to go from one class to another, which is plenty of time because I've done it myself from the very back of the school to the front. And then you will have 3 electives. One of those will be PE. Unless you have like a medical condition that your doctor says you cannot take PE, then you need to provide us with that documentation. So that means 2 electives, right? Besides PE. So we are providing you with, along with this video, a Google form. Now, I don't know if you've ever filled that out, but your 5th grade teacher can definitely help you. It's basically a form that you type in information or make a choice, and then you go to the next question. It's very short, so it'll probably take 5 minutes. But I want you to, before you do this, students, please, you and your parents, go ahead and read through the parent packet I'm sending you, and there will be course descriptions of each of those electives so you can see, well, what will I learn in art? It'll tell you on that form, okay? So I want you to do that first because this form you can only fill out once. So I want you to think about what you're going to fill out and maybe practice on paper. You're simply just going to tell me, what your number one choice is, in other words, the one you want the most, your number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So you're going to put a number in front of all 8 of those electives, 1 being the one you want the most, 2 the one you want next, and so on, okay? The reason we do that is because if I go to schedule in the summer and I see that the first choice you want is full, then I can go to your second choice, your third choice, and so on. If you do not give me a choice, if you do not fill out this form, unfortunately, it's about numbers. Classes can only fit a certain amount of students. And if you don't let us know what you want, then the computer will place you in a class that has space, and it may not be what you want. And we want you to get what you want, okay? So take that 5 minutes, fill that form out. The electives that we have include art, agriculture, band, chorus, drama, information and communications, which is like a computer course, orchestra, and beginning Spanish. If you speak Spanish fluently, you will get a lot out of this class because they do go into grammar and sentence structure. So fluent Spanish speakers can take beginning Spanish. That's fine. So once you give me those elective choices, I have until right before spring break to get all 600 of mine in. I also have half of the 8th graders, so there's 2 counselors here at Apopka Middle, and we each have about 600 students. So I need these from you as soon as you can get them done. I say, let's give you a week. That's plenty of time. So that I can get these in. And basically, this helps us plan for how many teachers we're going to need, how many classes of Art 1 we're going to need, band, etc. Okay? So this is the first, you might say, stage of middle school transition. You will do this first, and then in the summer I'll do the schedules. And about a week before school, you will come up to the school, pick up your schedule, meet your teachers, tour the campus, get ready for that first day so it's not so scary. I strongly encourage you to come with your parents that day. It's called Open Campus. And usually it's about a week before school. Your parents will get a call from our principal, who is Dr. Pelletier. And you'll be able to come and meet your teachers, okay? So at the end of my portion of this video, we are going to have some teachers talk to you about some special academic electives that we have. The 8 electives that I just mentioned are basically, our, the common electives, and then we have AVID. It stands for Advancement via Individual Determination. And then we have STEM Agriculture, STEM Health, and STEM Engineering. All of these, the 4 that I just mentioned, they require an application and for you to be accepted before it is on your schedule. You can't just go, oh, I want STEM. You have to apply for it, okay? Again, those will be Google Forms, those 2 applications, AVID and STEM, and your guidance counselor at your elementary school will have those links if you do want to apply for those. So after you listen to our presentation, and if you decide you want to try for one of the academic electives, then yes, I encourage you to do that. So again, students, read the packet along with your parent, maybe on the weekend. Go through everything. If you have any questions, write them down, email me. After you think about your electives, do your Google form, and I look forward to meeting with you and to helping you through this year. All right. By the way, our school mascot is a Seahawk, so we are the Apopka Middle School Seahawks, and our motto is Seahawks Soar. So we look forward to helping you soar this year. Thank you.
Hi, fifth graders. Welcome to Apopka Middle School. I'm Mrs. Green, the AVID elective teacher. I want to introduce you to our AVID classroom. If you come into AVID, AVID is a college prep class where the students here practice different AVID strategies like writing, inquiry, collaboration, organization, and reading. When you do that in AVID, that's called Wicker strategies. The kids do a lot of team building, they do college field trips, and those things help them understand what it takes to get into college, along with building those skills while they're in the AVID classroom. So most of my kids stay with me for 3 years, and then they go on to AVID at the high school, which helps them get ready for AVID for college and get them on that solid college track. So we hope to see you in AVID when you get to the middle school.
Hey guys, this is Mr. Maldonado, your STEM Academy Coordinator. I am also your engineering teacher. When you apply into the program and when you get accepted into the engineering magnet, the classes that you have with me will continue for 3 years. So essentially what that means is you'll have 6 years worth of information. Your first year, your 6th grade year, you will have a course called Energy in the Environment, and we discuss things like reducing your carbon footprint and what it means to be green. You will build some things like a wind turbine and test for energy, work, power, and all those types of things. Your second half of the year of your 6th grade year, you'll be in flight and space. In flight and space, you'll learn how an airplane flies, your 4 forces of flight, and one of the fun projects that we build and we test are bottle rockets. Your 7th grade year, you become medical detectives, and you actually get to dissect a sheep brain, and you look for some tumors that the sheep may have had. That second half of your 7th grade year, you go into 3D architecture. So you'll be using the computers here in the lab to actually create some floor plans and actually see what your 3D structure will look like. Your 8th grade year is the most fun year, in my opinion, because you are in robotics and you get to build robots and you get to code robots, which is kind of like that new thing right now. And your second half of the year, you'll be doing 3D modeling. So not architecture, but you will actually learn some 3D modeling things and actually build a playground on the computer. What are some things that you need to do? I'll be sending out a link, a Google form for you and your parents to fill out. You click on the link and you answer all those questions. I'll know a little bit more about you. Your parents will tell me a little bit more about you, and then you're going to have to tell me who your math and science teacher is. First and last name, so that I can send them a teacher recommendation form. All right, so your application deadline, you guys, will be February 19th. All right, so make sure you fill out that Google form before February 19th. What does it take to stay in the program? Well, you need to maintain a 2.0 GPA in all of your classes and maintain a 2.5 GPA in all of your STEM Academy classes, which means at least a B. These are academic rigorous elective, meaning they are pretty tough, but if you really work hard, you can succeed. And with that being said, here is a group of students that I have that have completely succeeded. I have some 6th graders, some 7th graders, some 8th graders that want to share some thoughts with you.
Hey! As a 6th grader, I am in Mr. Maldonado's research class. I enjoy it a lot. We do lots of projects. They may seem hard at first, but once you get into it, they're really fun and they become easier. I'm also in STEM and robotics, which is also it's like a STEM class. In robotics, we build lots of robots, and that's where I met Annika.
Hi.
We build lots of robots, and STEM is interesting.
I am also a sixth grader, and I am in engineering with Mr. Maldonado, and I'm in agriculture. I am also in robotics and engineering is really fun. You get to do a lot of projects, and yeah, it's really fun.
Hi, I'm a seventh grader. I've been in here for 2 years. And this is a really fun class because research one is what I'm doing now, which is what we are working on coding. And ever since I was really young, when I started my very first code in second grade, I said I want to do this for a job, and I really want to do software development. And we are currently learning JavaScript code, which is definitely helping a lot for the future. And it's a lot of fun. If you get on a good terms with Mr. Maldonado, I think you'd really like the class. Not that you wouldn't even if you're not on good terms, but it's a very fun class.
Okay, I'm also a seventh grader. I take Miss Folks' medical STEM class, and I take Mr. Maldonado's engineering STEM class. And I also take clubs such as like SecMe and robotics, and they're both really fun. And in engineering, if you really like to like code and build stuff, this would be definitely really good for you. And if you really like to do like medical stuff for helping people with that, you can always take medical STEM, and it's really helpful.
Hi, I'm in 8th grade. I take the STEM class with Mr. Maldonado. I take agriculture with Mr. Sykes. I'm in the robotics club, which you build a lot of different robots throughout the year, and you compete in many competitions. In FFA agriculture, you have officers, and you compete in many competitions. The officers, I'm the president, and this is the treasurer.
STEM is very fun I'm in 5th grade, and it's very fun to do STEM and ag because they help you get on the right path to follow a career if that's the job you want to go into.
So there you have it, you guys. Right from our very own students, current students who are launch ed and face-to-face students as well. So with Robotics Club and SecMe Club, which are our science clubs, you can come in and work on some building and mousetrap cars and all those types of fun things. So I look forward to seeing your applications come through, your Google Forms. I look forward to knowing more about you. And honestly, I look forward to a whole brand new year with new students coming into the program. Take care, you guys.
Bye.
Hello everybody, I'm Mr. Sykes. I'm the agri-science teacher at Apopka Middle School, and the agri-science program goes 3 years, and you can do the first year and see how you like it and then decide if you want to do it the second year. Second year would be for 7th and 8th graders, and the third year, if you work through the first 2 years, you can take the 8th grade class for a high school credit. Okay, so that can be used in place of a science credit if you want to, or you can just take all the science that you want in high school and just add the agriculture to it. Okay, but it'll go towards your graduation points for credits. And the classes are primarily made up of 3 components. And we in agriculture we say that there is the classroom component, which is all your lessons and tests and everything you do in class. And then there is the SAE, that stands for Supervised Agricultural Experience, and that's another way of saying this is your project for the semester, and you will do one in the fall semester and you'll do one in the spring semester. And it's completely up to you what you want to do for that project, and I would be able to explain that to you when you join the program. And then the third part is the FFA. And FFA, people always think about FFA as standing for as Future Farmers of America, and that's primarily it. And it's a club. It is not required, but that is one of the 3 parts of the agriculture education experience. But those are the 3 things that make it up. On campus, for all of my agriculture students, we have vegetable gardens for everybody, and those are done by teams. So you get yourself a vegetable garden that's 4 feet by 8 feet, and you and your team could be anywhere from 2 or 3 people on up to, sometimes 6 or 7 people. You get to take care of that garden for the entire year and grow whatever you want. That's fast enough to be grown in the garden, and you get to keep whatever grows. Okay, so if you grow tomatoes or peppers or whatever you want to grow, that's what you get to harvest and you keep. And nobody else gets to use your garden but you. Okay, so you and your team, and that's it. So if you're in third period and there are 4 of you using that garden, that's it. Nobody else goes in that garden the rest of the day, and that's yours. And we typically start that out in the beginning of the year in August, and we try to plant some more tougher plants for the winter time, and then we replant some more in the springtime for the plants that like the hotter weather. And in addition to the gardens, we do have animals on campus. Primarily, in the last number of years, we've had the rabbits are the big thing, and of course the hamsters. I can't go without mentioning the hamsters. Everybody loves the hamsters in class. And we also have aquaculture. We have aquarium systems. We have aquarium tanks, and we have tilapia, which is the same thing that you see in the grocery store. We raise them. We also raise tropical fish. We have a system with just African frogs in it, and the other aquariums are just aquariums. We have that. We also have the greenhouse and shade house. It's all one building, but half of it's contained like a greenhouse. The other half is a shade house, which is sort of like a screen porch kind of idea for a greenhouse. And we have that as well. And that is mostly it. I wish we could have come and visit you guys this year, but the way things are, that's just not going to happen. And I also wanted to mention that we are one of the 3 programs that are the STEM programs on campus. The other 2, besides agri-science, are the health with Ms. Folks and engineering with Mr. Maldonado. And STEM, of course, we all know STEM stands for science, technology, engineering, and math. And obviously, agri-science has science in it. We have plenty of technology, we have plenty of engineering, and we have to use math. Okay, I mean, who can tell me how many square feet's in our garden if it's 4 feet by 8 feet? All right, there you go. That's just for starters. I hope that you guys consider signing up for agriculture, and we will see you in the very near future. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Ms. Folks. I am the Health and Medical Science instructor at Apopka Middle School, along with my assistant, Dr. Bones. We have 3 courses. We're part of the STEM Academy here at Apopka Middle School. The first course is Health Science 1. This course is designed to kind of help students to promote a healthy lifestyle, to try to live in a healthy way. Some of the topics we cover are influences on our health, interpersonal communication, decision-making, goal setting, self-management, advocacy, and we also learn about the body system. The second course we offer is Orientation and Exploration of Health Science Professions. This course is designed to help students learn about the history of healthcare, medical advances that have been made over time in the healthcare industry, the different kinds of jobs and career paths that are available, and the educational requirements for the different career pathways. The third course we offer is Medical Skills and Services. It is a 9th grade course, so students earn an elective credit for high school. And this course is designed to help students begin to explore and practice skills in each of the 5 career pathways in healthcare. We do have medical scrubs that we wear for our clinical labs on those days. We learn how to take vital signs like measuring blood pressure, temperature, pulse. The students learn about specific body mechanic movements to help prevent injury in the workplace. So we get to explore a lot of fun things in this class. So hopefully you will think about this and think about if it's something you might be interested in. Again, we are part of the STEM Academy, so you would fill out the STEM Academy interest form. Students will be selected based on their interest form submission, their responses, and recommendations. Admission is offered on a space available basis, so get those forms in quickly. And the form should be turned in by February 19th. You'll have your completed interest form, the parent assessment form, and teacher recommendation form. I look forward to seeing you next year here at Apopka Middle School. Have a great rest of your year.
Oh, hey, didn't see you there. Welcome to Apopka Middle School and the Apopka Middle School Band Room. My name is Mr. Sargent, and I'm the band director here at the middle school. I just want to take a quick minute this morning and meet you virtually. Obviously, this year looks a little bit different than normal years. Normally, we'd be in the elementary school cafeteria. I would bring my shiny noisemakers, and we'd talk about you joining band. This year, obviously, we're doing it this way, and that's fine for right now, because you get to kind of see a little bit about, the room itself, where the magic happens. When I was in 5th grade, my middle school teacher showed up to my elementary school classroom, and they came in and they brought a trumpet and they brought a clarinet, and they said, hey, we want you to join band. And her name was Mrs. Wilson, and she was great. She played a little bit. I was like, yeah, I want to do that. And I joined band in 6th grade, and I had never played anything before. I never had touched a, trumpet or a clarinet. I actually played the tuba, which is the big one back there in the background. I started playing in 6th grade, and I really had a good time. I played all through middle school, and I played into high school. I loved band so much I kept doing it. I went to college for band. I had a scholarship for playing tuba, and then I got my degree in band, and I came back, and now I'm back in middle school teaching band every day, which is kind of a nice circle of life thing when you think about it. Again, if you have no experience with any instruments, that's okay. Most of my kids don't have any experience. They come in having really probably never seen, tuba or a baritone or a clarinet or even maybe a flute up close. They just come in saying, I just want to try something. And that's our goal. The first couple weeks of the school year is for you to see the instruments, meet the instruments, try them out, see what works for you, see what doesn't, see what you're good at, see what you're liking, see what you're not liking, and we kind of work to find what fits you best. Your goal after that is going to be to obviously start to work on your instrument of choice, right? Maybe it's trumpet, maybe it's clarinet, maybe it's saxophone. And as we go through the year, you start with the basics, right? How do I even hold the thing right? How do I make those first couple sounds? How do I go from sounding like to sounding like you learn your first couple notes, you learn how to read music, right? Not just how to make sounds, but actually how to read the page and learn how to kind of translate what you see and turn it into sound. As you get better, you go through middle school, you put some time in, you work with me, you're in class, you're having a great time. By 8th grade, you're like throwing down. And then hopefully from there, you'll go to high school. Again, my goal is to have you come here every day and have a great time with me. I love that I have my kids in 6th grade all the way up through 7th grade and 8th grade, and then on into high school. I work with the high school band as well. So a lot of my kids, some of the first kids I ever taught when I came to Apopka are actually seniors this year, and I've worked with them for 7 or 8 years, which is the cool thing about a lot of these middle school programs is that when you start them, it's not like you're just done the next year. You get to keep going, keep building, keep getting better. Hope this is a good little taste of what band has to offer. If you have any questions at all, you can find my email. Your parents can reach out. It's actually on the band sign-up form that's coming out with your counselors or coming out from the counselors to you soon. Would love to hear from you. Again, I don't want you to rush out and be so excited that you go buy a trumpet tomorrow and then not know what you're doing for the next 6 months. Wait till August, and when you get to me and we get to this room officially, you'll have a chance to, like I said, kind of meet and greet, all the instruments, see how they work, see what makes them tick, and see what vibes with you, and then we can start working from there. Thank you so much for your attention. I look forward to having you in this room, in these seats next year. Have a great day. Peace out.
Hello, Apopka Middle School students and parents. My name is Miss Nelson. I will be teaching orchestra and assisting with band. I play the saxophone, the flute, piano, I sing, and the violin. I love working with children. I love kids, absolutely. I'm a mother myself. and I also love teaching music and performing it.
Wait! We need more students. That was not
Yes.
good work.
We do join the Apopka Middle School Orchestra program. We look forward to having you join beginning orchestra so you can learn the cello. Hello, cellists. You can learn the viola, and you can learn how to play the violin. We're looking forward to have you join us. We can't wait to see you.